With the world entering a recession, savings accounts are being destroyed, which is why you need to make sure you're saving money the right way. What's up everybody, I am Jaspreet Singh and welcome to the Minority Mindset. Do you know what's not fun? Yeah, investing in Tesla stock and then hearing Elon say that the Tesla stock should come down. That's not what I was thinking. What's not fun is saving money. Nobody likes the concept of saving money. I mean, you work hard to earn dollars, that way you can live a better life, and when you save your money, it's just like putting your dollars to sleep. Good night, Benji. Sweet dreams. And now with interest rates being slashed and money being printed out of thin air, savings accounts are being destroyed. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't be saving any money. That means you need to be saving money the right way. Unlike what your high school math teacher told you, your savings are not there to make you wealthy. Your savings are there to protect you and your family from an emergency, and it's more important than ever to save your money the right way during an economic slowdown or a recession, because the economy can be much more unpredictable. That's why in this video, I want to go over how to save your money the right way during a recession. So make sure you watch this video until the end because you don't want to miss any of these key details. But before we get into that, hit that thumbs up button below, because if you don't, then YouTube doesn't share our video with anybody else. Subscribe to the Minority Mindset YouTube channel. That way you don't miss our new financial education videos every single week. And hit that little notification bell too, because if you don't, then YouTube won't let you know when our new videos are released. About 20 years ago, people came up with the magic $1,000 savings rule. Essentially what it said was, before you do anything else, you need to save up a very minimum $1,000 emergency fund or savings fund or whatever you want to call it. That rule worked fine 20 years ago, and people still talk about and promote this $1,000 savings rule. But the price of things today are not the same as they were 20 years ago. Actually, the price of things double about every 20 years. Your pack of gum that used to cost 75 cents back in 2000 now costs $1.50. Your college tuition, which used to cost $10,000, now costs at least $20,000. Even Big Macs at McDonald's used to cost $2.50 a couple of decades ago, and now it's like $5. So a $1,000 savings fund today in 2020 is kind of like what a $500 savings fund would be back in 2000. That's why I want you to get with the times. Instead of settling for a base of $1,000, I want you to have a very minimum $2,000 savings fund with the goal of saving 6 months worth of your expenses in your savings. So if you add up your mortgage, your taxes, your bills, your vacations, and it adds up to $6,000 a month, then you need to have $36,000 saved up in your emergency fund that you cannot touch except for an emergency. Do new shoes count as an emergency, Jaspreet? No. This emergency savings money is different than your spending money, it's different than your investing money, and it's different than the money you save up to buy a home or to buy a car. This savings cushion that you're building is your risk protection insurance that you're building up to protect you from anything. Now, I know saving that much money might be overwhelming, but it doesn't need to happen overnight. You gotta start with a basic goal of saving $2,000, and then after that, it's all baby steps to hit your goal. What I need you to understand is that if you do not have $2,000 saved up during a good economy, then you are in financial danger. Well, now we are in a not so good economy, so if you don't have $2,000 saved up right now, you are in extra financial danger because money and jobs now become more uncertain. Many of you are not gonna like me for what I'm about to tell you, but I'm doing this for your benefit, not mine. If you don't have $2,000 saved up, you should not be eating out. You should not be ordering extra guac. You should not have a Netflix subscription, and you better not own any Gucci. The only thing on your mind when it comes to your money should be how to save $2,000 as fast as possible. But Jaspreet, Netflix is only like $10 a month. Listen, if you don't have $2,000 saved up, you can't afford that type of time wasting to be sitting there watching Netflix. Okay, Jaspreet, dang, I just wanted to watch some Tiger King. Sheesh. Once you have that $2,000 saved up, now you can ease up a little bit on how extreme you cut your expenses, because your next goal is getting to that 6 month worth of expenses saved mark, and you're gonna do that in baby steps. The reason you want 6 months worth of expenses saved up is because, well, like this 2020 crisis showed us, life can be unpredictable. And so if something happens to your job or your business, you want to have a cash savings fund that you can fall back on. That way you don't have to worry about just completely changing your life if an emergency happens. After you got that 6 months worth of cash saved up, you don't want to save any more money, because after that, saving is losing, and now you want to be investing your money to build and grow your wealth. But I'll get to that in a little bit. Right now, we're facing a little bit of a dilemma in the economy. The Federal Reserve Bank, or the Fed, is known as the central banking system of the United States. And the Fed has certain powers that allow them to stimulate the economy when we're in a recession, and they have certain powers which allow them to slow down the economy when the economy is growing. Sometimes they don't always make the best decisions for you, which is why you need to pay attention to what they're doing. Right now, the economy is in a tough situation, and so the Fed came out and they cut interest rates all the way down to 0 as a stimulus measure to stimulate the economy. Essentially what that means is banks get to borrow money from each other at 0% interest, which means it's cheaper for businesses and people like you to borrow more money. For the majority of people, this is great news, because now you can go out and finance a boat and pay less money in interest. But we don't think like the majority of people. That is why we're the minority mindset. And cutting interest rates down to 0 also means that savings accounts are being destroyed, because now most banks are going to pay you pretty much nothing on your savings. When you save your money at the bank, you give your bank your cash and then they invest it. Well, banks invest their money by lending it out. So when you take your $100 bill and you save it in your savings account, then your bank is going to take part of this $100 that you deposited and they're going to lend it out to Bunty. That way he can go out and finance some extra guac or go finance his dream boat. And then your bank is going to give you a teeny weeny little bit of interest as a thank you for giving them the cash that they can use to lend out. Well, before 2020, most banks were already paying less than half of 1% in interest on your savings. Now, because the Fed slashed interest rates to 0, most banks have followed suit and cut your interest rates on your savings account all the way down to pretty much 0. That's not good news, because, well, your savings account is staying flat. It's not moving because you're not getting any interest, while the price of things around you keep growing because inflation. Remember what we just talked about? The price of things double every 20 years or so. So if your savings are not growing, but the price of everything around you keeps getting more and more expensive, you're effectively getting poorer each and every day by saving your money. Well, to help combat these low interest rates, you should consider moving at least some of your money to an online bank like our sponsor CIT Bank, because they pay you with higher interest, and I got the link in the description below. Traditional banks have a lot of overhead expenses. I mean, they have to pay for these fancy buildings and rent, which means they have less money that they can pay you with interest. Well, online banks don't have all that extra overhead because, well, they're online, and that means they can pay you higher interest on your savings accounts. I like CIT Bank because opening a savings builder account is free, they don't charge you any monthly maintenance fees, and you will get paid an interest rate many times higher than the national average. You can access your money whenever you want, and your money is safe because they're FDIC insured. I mean, they're a regular bank. The only difference is that they're online. You're already saving money, so might as well get some more interest on your savings. So if you want to learn more and see how much more you can earn on your savings, conditions apply, and I got the link to where you can do that in the description below. Minority Mindset is a partner with CIT Bank, so if you use them, we will get compensated, but there's no additional cost to you. I mean, it's free to open an account, and they don't charge you any monthly maintenance fees. So if you want to learn more and see how much more you can earn, I got the link to where you can do that in the description below. There are 3 ways you can save more money during a recession. You can cut your expenses, you can sell your stuff, or you can earn more money strategically. When most people think of cutting expenses, it's a chore. But for me, it's more of a game. Obviously, living small and living below your means is not the funnest thing to do. But if you don't know how to live off of less than what you make, you will always be broke. It doesn't matter how much money you make. Well, my family is from India, so trust me when I tell you this, I know cheap. Washing and reusing plastic bags, duct taping a broken side mirror back onto the car, shoving 9 people into a small sedan, and wearing shoes until your toes come out the other side. I have done it all. If you are in a situation where money is tight, you have to be crafty. And even if you're in a situation where money is not tight, that doesn't mean that you should should just be blowing all of your money. I mean, that's the interesting thing about the Indian culture is that Indians are bred to save. Like, Indian people make $1 so they can spend 20 cents, while people in America make $1 so they can go out and spend $2 with credit cards and loans. Ugh, Jaspreet, you can't say that type of stuff in 2020. It's overgeneralization. The faster you can save your money, the faster you'll be able to save these 6 months worth of expenses, and the faster you'll be able to dedicate more of your income to investing your money and building your wealth. And the quickest way to save some more money is by not letting money leave your bank account. If you do not need something to live, cut it out, at least temporarily. That way you can build the savings cushion and give yourself some breathing room. That means stop spending money. Try not spending any money for a couple days. That's hard. I never said it was gonna be easy. Then look around you for all the things that you don't need. After I graduated law school, I had so many textbooks from college and law school that were just sitting there that I was never gonna read again. And I don't have the patience to sit on Amazon and try to sell each one of these books individually. It would have taken too much time. Well, thankfully we have entrepreneurs out there who are in the business of solving problems. And there are sites where you can just go and give them your stuff and they will buy it off of you directly. So that's what I did. I took all of my textbooks and went to one of those textbook buying sites, and I sold all my books to one site, and it didn't take me that long, and I got hundreds of dollars from literally 15 minutes worth of work. Plus, I was finally able to get some extra space in my room. If you have things just laying around your house that are collecting dust and not doing anything, look into selling it. The key here is when you get this extra cash, don't just go to the mall, go to the bank and deposit that money. 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. They make $10,000 and then they feel like they need to spend $10,000. And then everybody says, man, if I just made a little bit more money, I will be able to save more money, I'd be able to invest more money, and I'd be able to do all these other things. And then they work hard at their job and then they get a bonus and then they make an extra few $1,000s, but now they don't actually end up saving more money or investing more money. Somehow, magically, their expenses, boop, go up by $3,000 too, because now you have to show off your new bonus by buying a vacation to the Bahamas or by getting a new car. So now your income went up, but so did your expenses. If you're trying to build your wealth and save your savings fund as fast as possible, then you want to work on both fronts. You want to cut your expenses while raising your income. That way you can fuel your 6-month savings fund faster and have more money to invest each and every month. Once you master your money and you know how to live below your means and spend your money the right way, now you can focus on expanding your means by earning more money strategically. You can work harder at your job, which is the most obvious thing. But because we are facing a recession right now, many businesses have cut hours and bonuses and salaries. So you need to get creative. And one way you can earn more cash is by freelancing on the internet. From a business owner's perspective, hiring employees is tedious and expensive. And now with a recession on the horizon and people scared of being sick, lots of businesses are turning to freelancers. When you are a freelancer, you are not an employee of another company. You're working as an independent contractor and you can market whatever services you're good at. You can manage someone's emails, you can do design work, writing work, advertising work, or financial work, whatever you are good at. The best part about this is it's free to start and you can work on your own schedule and set your own prices. All you have to do is go to a freelancing website like Upwork or Fiverr and then market your services to businesses that need a helping hand. Now, remember what I said in the beginning of this video? Your savings are not there to build you wealth. It's because, well, saving is losing. Your savings are not there to build you wealth. It's there as a cushion to protect you and your family from an emergency. That's why it's so important for you not to just save all your money. That's why we have that goal of saving 6 months worth of expenses and that's it. After that, you need to be investing every extra dollar that you have. That way you can work to grow and build your wealth. And I'm not going to get into all that investing stuff in this video, but if you are looking for an easy way to learn more about financial education and money management and investing, well, we have a free ebook on money management and investing that you can read for free when you sign up for our financial education emails, which are also free. You can get a free ebook and sign up for our financial education emails by clicking the link up here or by clicking the link in the description below. By the way, our financial education emails are different from our financial news emails. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, share it with one friend. That way we can help spread the word. If you want to learn more about what you can do to build wealth during a recession, I already made a video on it and you can watch this video on YouTube by clicking this button right over here. Thank you for watching and as always, keep hustling.